Frau Präsidentin, meine sehr geehrten Damen und Herren!
Madam President, ladies and gentlemen, the world is changing. We are seeing demographic changes to the disadvantage of Europe. We're seeing greater demographic growth in Asia and Africa. Also, our science, our technology, our know-how in this area has shrunk in the last 30 years. We've been overtaken by other countries. We have a moralizing foreign policy that is too eager to place sanctions. We have to think about resources such as coal, nuclear energy and gas. The world is changing, but the established political forces continue doing business as usual. There is a real lack of ambition that's been shown by the new head of the European Council, President Costa. In his first meeting with heads of state and government on Thursday, there was no mention of the word competition, of growth. We need to be talking about investment and growth. It's a time when France and Germany are in an economic crisis. Our growth in Europe is much slower than any other large economic power around the world. The EU established powers don't seem to understand the serious situation that we're in. Our economic policy should be key, but no one seems to be talking about this at the summit. We need patriotic forces, patriotic governments that are putting our citizens first, not just feminist foreign policy. So at this European Council, we need to be looking at growth, how we can give fresh impetus to growth in Europe. We need to look at what is necessary to do. We need to help European farmers. Look at what's happening in Mercosur. We need to make sure that our farmers are competitive. We need to reduce bureaucracy in the European Union. Look at the issue of artificial intelligence in the EU as well. There's no major European company in this area, and the EU has nevertheless put in place extensive legislation. We shouldn't have people that are just afraid of what is new. Look at the automotive industry. We're going to see in the next 50 years more cars being sold than in the last 100 years, but we see production going to India, to Latin America, to Africa. So we need to end this ban on combustion engines, this issue of green steel, which is costing 30 to 50 times more than conventional steel. We need to end all of these transitions. Bitcoin, people are preparing for this, but in the EU we just have regulations and legislation. We have to look at a different type of economic policy, but the EU established powers continue doing as they have always done and are overtaken by other regions around the world. So we need to see a change in Czech Republic, in Poland, as we have seen, in Germany when the AfD is elected. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Morrison.